Okay, so this is part 5, and we're going to read Joshua 9 all throughout. And it came to pass, when all the kings which were on this side Jordan, in the hills and in the valleys, and in all the coasts of the great sea over against Lebanon, the Hittite, the Amorite, the Canaanite, the Perizzite, the Hivite, the Jebusite, heard thereof. Verse 3. And when the inhabitants of Gibeon heard that what Joshua had done unto Jericho, unto Ai, verse 22, and Joshua called for them of Gibeon, and he spake unto them, saying, Wherefore have ye beguiled us, or tricked us, saying, We are very far from you, when you dwell among us? Um, verse 23. Now therefore ye are cursed, no, and there shall none of you be freed from being in captivity, and hewers of wood and drawers of water for the house of the Most High. So when Gibeon was, which is Canaanite people, heard what they had done to Jericho and they were like, let's make a plan and let's pretend that we come from a far country so that they will say, let's just dwell with them and stay with them and all of that. But the plan actually worked because otherwise they would have been killed out. And so, as punishment, they became slaves to the Israelites or Shem. Verse 27 says, And the Most High shall enlarge Japheth, and he shall dwell in the tents of Shem, and Canaan shall be his servant. So also Canaan will be the servant of Japheth, and the Most High will enlarge or increase Japheth. So where can we see this information being played out? In 2 Kings 17 and verse 22 and 27, it says, For the children of Israel walked in all the sins of Jeroboam which they did. They departed not from them. Verse 23, until the Most High removed Israel out of his sight, as he had said by all his servants the prophets. So was Israel carried away out of their own land to Assyria unto this day. Verse 24, And the king of Assyria brought men from Babylon, and from Cutha, and from Ava, and from Hamath, and from Sepharvaim, and placed them in the cities of Samaria instead of the children of Israel, and they possessed Samaria and dwelt in the cities thereof. Verse 25, And it was at the beginning of their dwelling there that they feared not the Most High, and therefore the Most High sent lions among them, which slew some of them. Verse 26, Wherefore they spake to the king of Assyria, saying, The nations which thou hast removed and placed in the cities of Samaria know not the manner of the Most High of the land. Therefore he hath sent lions among them, and behold, they slay them, because they know not the manner of the Most High of the land. Verse 27, Then the king of Assyria commanded, saying, Carry thither one of the priests whom ye brought from thence, and let them go and dwell there, and let him teach them the manner of the Most High of that land, or of the land. So what had happened here was that the Japheth was moving in to Shem's tent, or Shem's place, and they were having trouble because the Most High's land was not their own. And so they brought a priest of Shem's people to come and teach them the ways of the Most High. When you read further down in the chapter, you get to understand what happened after that fact. But let's move on. Genesis chapter 28 and 29, it said, And Noah lived after the flood 350 years, and all the days of Noah were 950 years, and he died. So the total years of Noah was 950 years. Then he died. So this is the end of this study. If you have any questions, feel free to ask them down in the comments. Let me know also if you prefer my voice or the automated voice that I've been using in my previous studies. And what would you like to see next? But stay tuned for the other chapters coming up. We'll be doing 11, 12, and so on. Shalom for now.